Okay guys, this is the external oil cooler I built for my 2015 Ram Ecodiesel. I just wanted to build my own. So this is a 3/4 inch aluminum plate, and then I copied all the measurements and stuff after an actual oil cooler kit. You have to buy the whole kit. You can't just buy the seals or anything. So I bought a brand new one. It was $100. I needed the new seals anyhow, and I actually got a little bit of a leak. May have to get some different seals. D&J sells the seals. They're $100 for 2 seals. So I needed to go this route anyhow to get the measurements. So it came out okay. This is all done by hand. These are 1/2 inch lines. There's the Raleigh thermostat controller. This is a variable range from, I can't remember what it is, 150 to 240 or something like that. And then underneath I have the inline thermostat. So that's a Mishimoto. Opens up at 180 degrees, 10%. It's open all the time to let the oil pass through the oil cooler so there's no voids. And this is a Raleigh 40 row 800 CFM oil cooler. Comes with 10A in fittings. I believe you can get 12 also, but the problem is you can only run the 3/8 inch hole for the coming off of the oil filter housing anyhow. So I did open this up a little bit, made a little, and it's kind of ugly, made a little air rim so I can feed some air to it, so it doesn't have to run all the time. Today is 80 degrees and it only got up to 204 degrees in town, so the fan never even kicked on. I have it set at 220, I believe, 220, 225. I went ahead and went with push-on fittings in case we're out on the road. We do a lot of camping, and then it'd be easy repairs if I need to. Now these Mishimotos are serviceable. There's the thermostat up there. You can get a 140, a 160, and a 180 thermostat to open up. And they're the same thermostats that's on their spin-on filter type. They're interchangeable, so they designed them that way. Kind of a pain in the butt to get the lines up through here. If I would have clocked my fittings on the cooler itself a little different, probably could have ran underneath the rail, but it worked out okay. And then we'll go up top here. So with this system, you can actually run a manual fan too, which I have. Just in case the thermostat goes bad, I can still run it manually. Here's where I put the thermostat controller. And I already lost the little rubber piece that goes in there. It's got tape on it. It's just a little knob. You turn it until you basically let it heat up to where you want it, and turn that to where the fans kick on, and it's good to go. It's supposed to drop at 10 degrees and then shut off. I noticed if you're just sitting in town or you're sitting still, it'll drop it way lower because you don't have that much pressure, and it's cooling it really fast. But if you're going down the road, it's about 10 degrees and then it shuts off. But it cools super quick. We haven't done any polling with it yet. We'll find out this weekend. We're taking a big trip and see how it goes. But it's all pretty easy to set up. So you want to hook it to a switch. This fuse box comes off really easy, and this whole thing will flip up. And I just tie it into the wire that goes to the 12-volt keyed 12-volt adapter inside. So it works pretty good. And then I just got a little switch way underneath the dash so I don't accidentally kick it or anything. A little red switch right there. I can turn the fan off and on. The key still has to be on, but I can do it manually. So I see we're coming up to a big hill, which we have here in northern Arizona, which we go camping a lot. I can turn the fans on early to get ahead of the heat on it. And I'll show you how I made the adapter real quick. you almost got to have both sides. You need the filter housing itself and the oil cooler. This is the oil cooler. And they don't sell these separate. You can't buy them separate. You can't buy seals separate for them. D&J is the only one I found that sells seals because they had the seals made for their kits, but they will sell you the seals. So basically, and I just used the seals off of this one. That's probably why I got a little bit of a leak because they're already pressed on there. Something I have to deal with. It's not bad, but so a piece of 3/4 inch aluminum T6 6061. I think I bought a 4.5 inch. You need a 4.5 by 7.25 or whatever. And then basically you trace it out with this. Trace it out, cut it out, drill your holes, drill your little pilot hole there. And then once you got that done, take some grease and put on these seals right here, and you'll line up your guide holes, and you'll press it on hard, and it'll show you exactly where to drill these 3 holes. Nothing goes here. It's oil, but it just feeds back into itself. It just basically comes up and goes back down, doesn't go anywhere. And you just drill right in the center of where those marks will be. Super easy, super easy. So, but these holes, this is the problem with these. You can really only get it. So I had to tap a 3/8 hole, which that took a 9/16 drill bit. In doing that, you're right at the edge of this right here and this right here. This one's a little bigger, but these two, so you really can't go with an actual 1/2 inch NPT pipe fitting because you'll be into your seals and it won't seal. But a 3/8, I haven't lost any oil pressure at all. I got the exact same oil pressure I had before I put this kit on. So once you get those drilled and tapped and everything, what I did is I took my piece of aluminum, I spray painted it and let it dry for a couple days, and then I got a nice flat piece of granite. This is 300. The 300 now went 600 grit and just sand it, make sure it was perfectly flat, nice and smooth. Really easy. I'm thinking about doing like a template, and then I'll transfer it to a PDF file, and then I can just send those out. You can print it off, take that piece of paper, cut it out, lay it on your aluminum, cut it out, drill the holes, and it should be all lined up pretty good. So when I do that, I'll let everybody know. It doesn't cost anything to do it, so it's pretty easy. I'll just take something real thin, probably a real 1/4 inch piece of aluminum, make a template and everything. But it wasn't too bad. Trying to figure out the fittings I wanted to use and all that stuff probably took the longest, making sure it was flat. I did a couple of them. The one I have on the truck is the second one. The first one I jacked up because I didn't realize a 1/2 inch hole was going to be too big, which is this. So you could do it, but that hole is way too big right there. It's going to get into your seal. It's not going to work. So I was just trying different types of holes, different threads. 3/8 is about as big as you can go with actually threading it. So a 9/16 hole with a 3/8 tap worked out pretty good. Said the oil pressure has been fine. Haven't lost anything at all. So that's my little setup. A lot cheaper than 800 bucks, or actually what they start 850, 900 bucks starting. I paid a little more for this cooler because it does cool a little better. The cooler and the fan was $300. You know, you got 100 bucks there. The aluminum was $10. Some hose. I got probably $550 into it complete, which isn't too bad. If you didn't have to buy well, probably $6 because I had to buy the filter housing itself. If you didn't have to buy that, yeah, it'd save you 120 bucks off of Rock Auto right there. So that's my system. I'll let you know how it goes. Say we're gonna do a lot of hauling this weekend. We pull about 5,500 pounds plus what's in the truck. The bed's usually full of stuff, so we're probably 6,000 easy. And I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks for watching.